Ready to go live? Yep. Let's go. All right, guys, and welcome to the first ever stream with right here with my friend, also known as my podcast partner, Dom. Dom, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, my brother?
Yes, sir. This will end up being episode 4 on the podcast. I'm Dom.
Also, yep.
Obviously a sneaker reseller, and I think we have a lot to bring to the table here. So this should be fun.
Yes, sir. So just let you guys know, if you guys are watching this will also be on our podcast, Sneaker Reselling 101. All right, what's good, 1219? Appreciate you guys so much for joining. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Today, I wanted to talk about a very, very interesting topic that is trending on a lot of social media platforms, which is fake sneakers and the evolution of fake sneakers. And the question I get a lot is, Dylan, do you think fake sneakers will ruin the resale community? And obviously, I have my friend here. He's also a sneaker reseller. Um, and I believe we have a lot to talk about with just this topic alone. So if you guys are in the chat right now, if you guys have any questions, we're also going to be doing a Q&A later on. So definitely drop your questions down below. But of course, we're going to get straight into it. So, um, Dom, what do you personally think about this, bro?
Well, here's my first thought right off the bat because I didn't prep this, but sneaker fakes are at the best level they've ever been at today,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Sneaker reselling is also at the peak that it's ever been at today at the same time. So right off the bat, I'm gonna say no, fake sneakers aren't gonna ruin reselling like that. But I think there's a lot more space for nuance and for things that like where the struggles are gonna come in with fakes and what companies like Nike and Adidas should do to prevent them. But right off the bat, my first thought or intuition is no, it's not gonna ruin the game.
right. And again, I feel the same way. There's a lot of people on TikTok right now, and it's a trending topic, especially on TikTok, that you know everyone is buying fakes to to wear, which 1000% I respect. Okay, like at the same time too, if you want to wear fakes, by all means wear fakes. But the only problem is, don't resell them to the people that actually want the sneakers. There's so many people around the world that are saving their money, thousands and thousands of dollars, and I know a lot of people every day are getting scammed from these fake sneakers. So buy fakes, right? But don't sell them as real, okay? Because that's where it gets tricky. And again, I do not believe that fake sneakers will ruin the resale community, right? There's a few things that Dom and I want to talk about, especially if you guys are worried about this. If you guys are worried about like fake sneakers ruin the resale community, do you think Also, people are like, will reselling is reselling dead? All this stuff, you know there's different ways that you guys can evolve from this, right? And one of the ways that you guys can evolve from this is consistently growing your brands, your personal brands, and your actual business, right? Consistently get on these platforms and provide a lot of value to other people, um, and again, grow your platforms, grow your audience. You want to have people that support you for you. You want to have people that support you, um, because of things that you put out. You don't want to have people just come to you just because of your sneakers, right? There's a lot of people that follow me, respect what, even Dom, obviously, and they respect what we're doing, and they buy from us because they solely just want to support us in our journey. So that's really dope. So Dom, if you want to add to that, bro.
Yeah, I got a few thoughts. I mean, I like the thought that like as a reseller, especially if you're doing this for a full-time job or it's something you have aspirations to do in the long term, like your personal brand is huge because it gives you flexibility to go into any market you want to, you know? Like
Right.
if you have a strong brand that goes beyond just the scope of sneakers, then you're less vulnerable to something like this doing damage to the industry as a whole. So that's interesting there. I kind of have a more unpopular opinion on wearing fakes, and most people wouldn't agree with this, but I think the people that wear fakes, it kind of bothers me for a couple of reasons. The first
Mhm.
is, these brands, and obviously they're gonna be fine. Like Nike and Adidas will be fine. Are we still here? Are we still live? I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. Dylan's screen froze.
Guys, just to let you know, this is the first time we're trying this. So, but it's okay. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Where did I leave off?
You were talking about the unpopular opinion of people wearing fakes.
Oh yeah. So the first thing I'll say about that is it bothers me a little bit that people buy fakes and wear them just because it hurts these brands that have been like the Jordan brand is so dope to me. Like just the way that they built something around a star athlete in the 1980s and have just put in the work to keep it relevant all the way till now. Um, so seeing somebody go and buy a fake and like take something away from that brand is a little like I don't like that, but it is what it is. And then it's kind of like a shortcut. I don't think you can hear me.
Dom, can you hear me? Dom, can you hear me? Can
Yeah,
you hear me?
I can now.
Okay, perfect, perfect. All right. So, look, someone commented. They said thought he took a real long blink.
That's funny.
Oh my god. No, but 1,000 first time bringing someone in on the live with this platform right here. As you guys can see, the little walk right there. But no, yeah, man, I 1,000% agree. And another thing people got to understand is they make fakes of everything. Fakes have been around for so long, and for people to be worried about fakes right now, you shouldn't have to worry about that. As long as you guys are con- consistently growing your brands, consistently growing your business, then you shouldn't have a worry. You shouldn't worry about fakes overall, right? I know a lot of people are trying to end resell, cancel reselling and all this stuff. But guys, right? You guys got to understand this will never die. Reselling will never die. In my opinion, I believe that reselling is only going to keep going up. Sneakers are only going to keep going up. They're in right now. So questions coming. Someone said that I'm lagging. Dom, can you hear me well?
Yeah, it's cutting in and out. It's a little tough right now.
It's tough right now. Dang. All right. Chat. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are we right now? Are we
This
lagging right
is
now?
this is
7 people
tough.
on the live, which is good. That's good.
All right, all
Huh?
right. Yeah, I think our connection's tough here. I definitely have a lot to say about this, but I'm not sure if anyone's going to hear me. But what was I thinking? What was I thinking?
No, I could hear you.
You can
Just
hear
go
me.
ahead and
Okay.
say it, bro. I could hear you.
Okay. As far as fakes go from a reselling perspective, I think the biggest concern that I would have is that eventually the fakes are like the same as the reals, right? To the point where there's no distinguishing. But at this point, that's not the case, right? So what you need to be doing as a reseller is just leveraging all the tools you have. So if you're ever unsure about a shoe, you get on these apps that will give you their opinion and you go get the opinion, right? I think that can help a lot. I think studying, like all these apps too, like this is something I do a lot, Legit app and Check. They put out the result of real versus fake shoes. So you can study that and start figuring out what like the top tier of fakes look like. So then you can really like differentiate between
Mhm.
real and fake because as fakes get better, it becomes more and more important to you as an individual reseller to be able to detect them easily at meetups, or at least have the resources to do so. So that's a big thing to
Yeah.
consider as fakes get better, that you need to be aware of what the A tier fakes look like as they continue to get better. But also, what I
100%.
would like to see, what I would like to see, and I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but if Nike, Adidas, whatever brands are popping as fakes continue to get better, if they could put in more ways to like verify the authenticity of every shoe they drop, like maybe put
I
in a
like that.
QR code that takes you online and gives you a link of exactly what the shoe should look like, or more details about the shoe, right? I think that could be, one way that maybe the brands could try to protect the integrity of their products over time, right? I'm not
No,
sure
I
exactly how
agree.
that would look, but
I
PSA does
agree.
something like the card
Right.
company has like scannable QR codes on their like slabs, and then you can go online and verify that the card is real. So I think Nike and Adidas doing something like that would be cool to me.
No, I like that a lot, Dom. I like that a lot, 1,000%. Because again, there's a lot of sneakers out there that are really, really expensive. And you brought up a good point of fakes not like being the same, like 1,000% the same as the reals. But again, like they're getting really, really close, Dom. Like it's
I know.
scary because you know the the sneakerheads, the OG sneakerheads are getting. There's a lot of OG sneakerheads that are getting scammed, and it is really, really scary, bro. Like for example, uh, there's a lot of people that on TikTok specifically that are getting paid to promote fake items, and like they're showing like the differences between the real and the fake on their videos on TikTok, and I'm like, dang, it's funny because I did a video a while ago on TikTok, and it was about me legit checking Jordan ones,
Hmm.
okay, and anyway, they would use this, they would use my sound, and they would just use my sound, and then they would put it on like a fake Jordan that they purchased on DHgate, AliExpress, or whatever, and then they would compare it like I was comparing my real pair on the video, and I'm like, dang, like fakes are getting crazy. People are taking off. Like for example, this black light. I feel like later on, this black light's not even going to work. Is not is really worth anything, right? Because these brands are going to catch on. These manufacturers take off the stamps. They're going to take off different things, because you guys, what we got to understand is there's so many YouTube videos on how to like legit check Jordans, legit check just shoes in general. Like these rep brands are gonna like be like, okay, so that's what's wrong. All right, then we're gonna go ahead and take that out, fix it. You know, and
For sure.
that's where like that's where your idea comes in, of like Nike, Jordan Brand, Adidas, implementing something to like again back up their integrity of their brand, and of their shoes. So
Mhm.
I don't know. There's a lot of different ways. I believe there's a lot of different ways these bigger brands can take action with all the fakes going on right now, but at the same time, too, people are gonna wear whatever they want to wear. People are gonna buy whatever they want to buy, and we have no control of that.
Yeah, this is interesting. I don't know if it's a direct segue from what you said, but I had a pair of Jordan 11 Concords that were fake the other day. I got them in the mail, so that's not a big deal. I made the return, I got my money back. That happens from time to time. But the point I want to make
Yeah,
is that I know it wasn't like an A tier fake. Like there are better fakes out there than this shoe was, because it was fairly easy to catch between the size tag and the insole stitching. Like both were, pretty off.
I
Um,
feel you.
Probably like a B tier fake. Like there's worse, but there's better. But the point is, I'm looking at the shoe and I'm like, legit checking it when it wasn't on someone's foot, knowing what to look for, I could tell pretty easily that it was fake. But I'm like, if this were on someone's foot, I don't think I'd be able to tell, because the
Yeah,
outside was like pretty damn good. Like all the tells were like inside the shoe, which no one wearing it would care about, which is just, I mean, it just goes to show, like you said, how good they're
Exactly.
getting. And it didn't fail blacklight. Like everything on the blacklight was clean. Um,
Hmm.
so I don't know. Like it's interesting. And the only, as long as that's the case, the only thing that gives the real shoes value is the fact that people would prefer to have a real shoe than a fake shoe. And I think there's a lot of people who fall into that category out there. Like that's why a company like Goat comes up so much. Like that's a huge company, and the main thing that they really provide is that they can legit check any sneaker and make sure you're not going to get a fake. So it's
Right.
just interesting. It's just evolving to where in sneakers the biggest competitive advantage that a lot of brands are going to have in the future is being able to legit check well. And even apps like Legit App and Check Check come up and are going to make a lot of money because they can do this well.
Yeah. 1000%. 1000%. Like, what do you think about this too, Dom? Because I've seen a few videos on social media of fake sneakers passing check,
Yeah,
and I don't know if that's real or not. Like,
it
you know what I mean?
is.
Like, you think it's real?
It's happened to me. Yeah, a couple of times.
Really? No way. It's happened to you?
Yeah. I can think of one. I can think of two off the top of my head.
No way. What shoes were they?
Yeah. I'll walk you through this whole thing. I can think of, so first of all, there were some Carmine sixes that I had a while ago, and the size tag was really good, which is one of the things I look at. But the way it was cut, let me see if I have a six behind me so I can show you what it was. Well, anyway, it's supposed to have like a smooth cut around the top of the shoe, right? If you can imagine on a six, and it was like super like the stitching was like super weird. Like it kind of went like up and down. It's hard to
Hmm.
explain because I don't have it, but it was a weird shoe. Um, so I was like, I'm not sure that these are real. Like they look off to me, so I'm gonna sell them to Goat, get like a third opinion, right? So I thought they were fake. Check thought they were real. Goat's usually my tiebreaker third opinion because if I'm not sure, it's not being sold to directly to one of my customers, right? So I sold it to Goat to get their opinion, and it failed. So
Oh wow.
obviously I ended up just returning that shoe because it was an eBay purchase, so I had 30 days to return it. So I was like, okay, we'll just take our chances on Goat and see what they say. So
That's
that's
kind of
one they
scary though.
yeah. I mean, I have a lot to say on this. So, but then there's another one. It was a grade school Jordan 11 win like 96, and they were fake. Like I knew they were fake. The size tag was just completely off, and like I studied this stuff pretty hard. So like if
Yeah.
I was 100% they were fake, and Check said it was real. So
Wow.
that was just ridiculous. Because I only put
Yeah.
them through Check, so I'd have proof for the return just to make it smoother, and they passed it. But
Wow.
what I say is that number one at this point, I think Legit App is I trust more than Check because they get more pictures, they see more things, they have two people check every shoe, and like they're more specific in saying why they think a shoe is fake, and they're more specific of saying like how good a fake is. Like that's one of the features I like about their app is they'll tell you like how hard it is to tell if a shoe's real or fake. Um, but also like you got to be careful not to lean too much on these legit checking apps. I feel like you need to have the skill set in your bag and really use them as a second opinion because they're not going to be 100%. So then once you have your own opinion, right, you do the best you can to legit check a shoe. You're not sure, then you go to these other apps. And now at this point, my sequence is I check it myself. If I'm not 100%, it goes to legit app. And then if me and legit app have a different opinion, I'll send it to check. And if I'm still not sure after all of that, I sell it to Goat and see what they say. Or just not buy the shoe or just return the shoe, like depending on the circumstances of how much time I have to like settle the issue. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean you gotta be careful. You can't just completely rely on these apps.
Dang. That's absolutely crazy. Cause wow, that actually changes like the whole like I kind of want to get into this more. Fakes passing on check, a legit checking platform.
Yeah, and I'm like I want to be really clear. I'm not saying this to like harm their brand or anything. Like I've put probably like 400 shoes through there, and I think they've only gotten a few wrong. But they've gotten. I can confirm they have gotten multiple wrong, which is a little scary.
Can I put this as a as a banner?
I guess I don't want to. I don't like. I don't want to hammer them like that because by and large,
Okay, okay,
I
we
think
won't
they're
ever.
doing a good job. Like I think they're doing a good job overall. They're just not
No,
perfect,
yeah,
and I
one
think
thousand percent, 1000%. But that is pretty scary though. And
yeah,
like what you said, like you have to like know the difference. You should know the difference between a fake and a real shoe, especially if you're running a resale business, right? Um,
yeah,
yeah, that's really really scary. I don't even know because there's a lot of resellers out there that go on check app and they solely utilize that platform to buy shoes on like eBay, or they utilize it in like local meetups.
mhm,
So you got to think like you really 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 got to look at the shoes. You can't just throw some photos up on check and believe that they're real. You have to really really look at the shoes, utilize your black light, utilize the common knowledge that you have, because I know for me at least, right, you as well, we both get in a lot of sneakers and we see a lot of shoes every single day.
mhm,
You know, from Jordan ones to Yeezys, Jordan fours, you name it, right? All
yeah,
Jordans, Yeezys, whatever, Travis Scott's, all that stuff, right? I know like the little details of a shoe. Like, if I see a shoe from a distance, I don't know, I'm probably not gonna know if it's real or fake. But if I actually look at the shoes, just so that so I can resell it, right? If I have the shoes in my hand, so I can resell it. So before I buy, I always look at the shoes. I'm able to differentiate. All right, like this feels weird. The material feels weird, right? Another thing you can do is like if the shoes are brand new, don't even smell like used shoes. But like if the sneakers are brand new, there's like a distinct smell as well. Um, but yeah, man, like for everyone watching this right now, double check your shoes. Don't just rely on the check app. Don't just rely on all these legit checking platforms, because you don't want to lose a lot of money. Um,
yeah,
it's scary. Like I didn't even know. I thought it was fake. I'm gonna be honest with you. I
yeah,
thought fakes passing check app or just even like any legit check platform was fake.
yeah.
Because
I mean, yeah, it's not.
wow, that's
Um,
crazy.
I have more to say on that for sure. One, what you said about feeling the material, I like that. I've leaned on that a lot more lately. Like every shoe I get in, like I'll feel like what the leather feels like, what the netting feels like on a four, like things like that. And
Yeah,
then like that's a real thing. Like feeling out the toe box on a Jordan 1, making sure it feels right. So you
yeah,
can really rely on the texture and feeling of the materials. But
right.
um another thing that's helped me a lot, I feel like I haven't talked about this enough, is like I don't have my phone up here, but on the Legit app, I talked about it. They have a lot of pictures of every shoe. So like there's some shoes I know really well at this point, to a point where I'm very confident I can legit check them. But there's some, like realistically, there's some that I don't know super well. But what I will do for those is like, let's say I'm going to buy like a dunk that I've never bought before. I'll go on Legit app. I'll look through all the pictures of a bunch of real versus fakes of that model, and like I'll just get reference points in my head of like, oh, so like this needs to look like this, but if it looks like this instead, it's fake. And I'll just do that for a bunch of different things. So like kind of studying a shoe before I go to buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like things like that. Um,
I like that.
but there's
I like,
there's so many resources to study this stuff now, which is super
yeah,
cool for me.
right. Something I used to do before like going to like local meetups, I would do the same thing that you just mentioned, and I would write it all down. Like,
Hmm.
this is what it's supposed to look like. Make sure you look out for this. Make sure you look out for that. And I would just check off. Once I got to the meetup, I would just check off, different points of how they're real or they're fake. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, man. Uh, let's see. I want to talk about something else too.
for
Do you
sure.
think there's something else that goes along with this, or like you just want to switch into like a whole different topic?
Let's switch it up. Let's switch it up.
Okay. Let's see. You want to switch it up? All right, bet that, bet that. So let's see. When business is slow, so let's just say right now, when business is slow,
Yeah.
what are different things resellers can do when both buying and selling? So when sourcing items, you can't really, there's not a lot of shoes that on the market that you can really find, or when you're selling, how can you increase sales when business is slow?
Let's see. The first thing that comes to mind is more content and more platforms. So,
Mhm.
like, if you want more Instagram buys and sells, you need to be making more. Your brand needs to be relevant to people, and that's how the transactions come about. You know what I mean? So it's
I
like,
like that a lot. I like that
so
a lot.
from that perspective, shifting your focus to like, okay, how can I make stuff that people enjoy watching or that provides value to people in a way that I haven't been so far, and just really try to bring your content up. As far as outside of like social media, using more apps. So like looking around platforms, the thing for me that I'm always looking for is I will buy or sell on any platform where I think their terms are like favorable to me. So like if if a platform is very good about protecting a seller, like Goat is, for example, I like to sell on those kind of apps. So think like when
Mhm.
things were getting slow this year, like after the summer when things slowed down, slash like early 2021, even now, like I have more shoes than I can sell on Instagram quickly, so I use more than one app. I think Goat's very seller friendly, so like that's an app I'll turn to. I think eBay with the new authenticity guaranteed is very seller protective, so I'll sell there a lot. As far as buying goes, same thing. Look for more apps. Look for apps that have strong seller protection. Like I'm at the point where I just don't trust PayPal GNS enough to buy from a random person online. So like I'll avoid apps like Grailed or Depop where they don't have like the super strong seller protection. But like Mercari has been a good one for me lately. OfferUp's cool. I mean, you got to be safe if you go out to a local meetup, but with OfferUp, you get to see the shoe in person, and do what you got to do to make sure
Yeah,
everything's good before you pay the person. So as long as you're meeting, like, I think meeting at a local police station is a great idea for OfferUp deals. But any app where if business is slow, you should find new apps that are favorable to your business and try to use them.
I like that a lot, Dom. I like that a lot. And you hit it. You hit a lot of like great major topic points that I wanted to get into more. So basically, when business is slow, right? Like Dom said, keep posting a bunch of content, get on these platforms, start showing your face, right? People are gonna want to buy from other resellers that are reliable, right? And
Yeah.
if you build a trust, sorry, I can't talk. If you build a trust initially with a potential customer or someone that's watching your video, um, then they'll come to you, ask you for, what you got in size 8, what you got in size 8.5, size 9, whatever. Then now you're able to provide them a list. You're able to provide them with good customer service. Like for me, I know a lot of people from TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, hit me up via my DMs on Instagram, and sometimes if sometimes I would call them personally, like just to make the business more efficient, just so that I can make the deals more efficient. Um, if I have anything in my spreadsheet that they like, then we'll discuss a price. If we can't come to a conclusion on a price, then then no worries, right? I'll hit you. I'll get your contact info. I'll let you know again when I get more shoes in your size, right? So again, building that trust and being able to have like long customer relationships rather than just one-time customer relationships, which is a video that I'm actually going to be dropping in like the next few days. So I think like next week I'm gonna show you guys how to build long-term relationships with your
Yeah.
customers rather than short-term relationship with your customers. And that's something very, very important that people got to understand, right? So when business is slow, you want to make sure that you have good customer service, because the people that you helped before, when they're buying shoes, clothes, anything from you, right? A bunch of people from the past are going to come to you again because need a gift or they need another personal pair. You know what I mean? So definitely start
Yeah.
doing that as well. Aside from like posting platforms. Now when buying, right, you get it on eBay, Mercari, Depop, and here's the thing too: when you buy on these platforms, you have protection. You have buyer's protection. So let's just say if someone on Depop were to sell me a fake, I can file a claim via PayPal Goods and Services, and then I can return the item for my money back. So you guys don't got to worry about legit checking. You have to worry about legit checking the shoes once you have it in hand, right? You have to make sure when you have it in hand, you legit check the shoe thoroughly, and you know that the shoe is fake, or if you know the shoe is real. Okay. Now, if the shoe's fake, obviously go through that process that I told you. Go via PayPal, call customer service, and let them know that the Depop seller sold you a fake shoe. All right. And then going back to selling too, Don made a great point about selling on Go. Uh, Obviously, like Facebook Marketplace is another good one. People got to understand what people got to understand is, let's just say you have less than 1,000 followers on Instagram. Apps Go, eBay, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace. These are all apps that people look on a daily basis to source their items. Okay, so you definitely want to get on those apps. It's literally free marketing. Okay, Facebook Marketplace is free, eBay is free, right, with no seller fees. Go takes like what 9.5 or whatever,
It's
and
13.
9.5%. Oh, it's 13. It's 13
Well,
now.
because they take because they take a 3% cash out fee, which is tough. But
Right. Yeah,
What I'll say about Goat is I think you can get really good prices on Goat. Like people pay a premium to buy off of that app.
that's it.
So
Hmm. And you can offer on Goat as well, right now.
yeah, you can.
Yeah. So yeah, man, you definitely want to utilize those platforms because there's so many people on the apps. Like Dom's looking on the app always to buy shoes. I'm always looking on those apps to buy shoes, right? You never know. One of us might buy some shoes from you guys one day if you list on those apps. Um,
Probably.
and that, yeah, that term's called cross listing, by the way.
Yep.
So when you sell, cross list, and when you buy, keep checking those apps, right? Keep checking those apps because there's people all around the world that are trying to sell their shoes and trying to buy different shoes as well. So definitely, when business is slow, definitely go through those steps that we just explained right there.
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
two
man,
things I
that
want
was
to pick.
go
What'd
ahead.
you say?
I
I
said
was
that
gonna say
was a really really good topic.
yeah, I like that. Two things I want to pick up on the selling side. I love the thought of like how do you get repeat customers, right? If you're thinking about your business and you're thinking about each individual transaction as like how do I increase the long-term value of each customer?
Yeah,
It pays huge dividends because you get people who want to come back to you. Each transaction's a little easier than the last because you're already comfortable with each other. You know what's going
exactly,
on. Like boom, boom, boom,
exactly.
deal's done. That person trusts you a little bit more. They stick around. They look through your stuff on a consistent basis, right?
Love it.
the
Yep.
way the way that you run your business in the short term changes a lot when you're trying to think about how to keep customers coming back in the long term. Like all of a sudden, you need to be showing your shoes in a lot of detail. You need to be shipping quickly. You need to communicate really well. I mean, it
Yeah.
just that framework puts you in a position to really just provide good service consistently, which I think is a huge
Yep.
key in business.
Yep.
The other thing I want to bounce to is on the buying side. PayPal goods and services is something that's a little tricky for me.
Oh,
But the
really?
one thing, well, the one here's the main thing you got to keep in mind. Um, Sometimes these disputes take a long time to resolve, right?
Hmm.
So you have a lot of capital, and you can afford to wait and maybe occasionally lose a case because I know you're not guaranteed to win. Then you'll probably be fine. But like I remember when me and Rob did a lot of PayPal GNS stuff, we would have like at all times like thousands of dollars tied up in pending cases, like waiting for them to get resolved. So if you don't have capital like that, you should be careful of how much you'll buy through PayPal because sometimes it can
Hmm.
take a month or more for a case to resolve. So if you're working on like $1,000 and you spend it all on PayPal GNS and you get two fakes, you might crush half your working capital for 2 months, which is tough.
Right.
Like you need all the money you can get so you can keep turning inventory and churning money and making a little more profit and then having a little more money to work with and you can buy more inventory, right? Like that's how you
Right.
build the whole thing up. So you gotta be careful with things that can tie your money up. And the same for like selling on apps, right? Like there was a point in time where eBay wouldn't give you your payout for 30 days if you were a new seller. If you're working on low capital, that's probably not going to work. You got to go sell local, or you got to do something like that. So just be aware of how quickly you need your money to turn, and what ways you can go about doing that.
Yeah, I like that. I appreciate you for adding that in because
Yeah.
um, I didn't even know that you had to wait like 35 days. I haven't sold on eBay in so long, bro. It's been a
Yeah,
minute.
well, I think they've been faster on the payouts with the whole authenticity guaranteed thing. But back in the
Mhm.
past, it was like if you were a new seller, right? Like on your first like couple of transactions before they verified your PayPal account, they'd make you wait a really long time with the money on hold. And the same for PayPal when you put in a dispute. It's just a really long process.
Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So, when you were talking about getting repeat customers, what
Mm-hmm.
people what we were talking about. This is what we're talking about. Okay, so let's say a brand new customer comes to my page, right? They have no idea who I am. They probably just found me off of a video on YouTube or TikTok, and they want to buy some Jordan ones. Okay. Now, initially, this brand new customer, right, is going to be a little bit skeptical. They're going to be like, "Oh, um, they're going to have a lot of questions in the back of their mind as to like, are you a scammer? Is this person going to send me the shoes?" And like for me, I 1000% empathize with my brand new with people that come to me that are brand new as customers, right? I personally have to empathize with them because I've been in that same position before, right? Um, so different things that I would do is again, I would respond to them quickly. I would hop on a FaceTime call or video chat call on Instagram, and I would show them that it's actually me. Okay, I would literally walk them through the whole process. All right, I would show them what I have for sale in their size. Right, we would discuss a price. If they're Zelle or Apple Pay ready, whatever, then now they're ready to. And then after that, after they pay me, I walk them through the same process on shipping. So all they got to do is DM my shipping page, and then I get them the tracking confirmation number as soon as possible. Now they get the product. Now they're very, very satisfied with their product, and then now they want to shop with you again. Now that brings you a repeat customer because of the great service that you provided with them as a brand new customer, right?
No doubt.
And then again, some of these people will buy from you again. Some of these people will only buy from you one time. But again, you can't control that. So you got to control the things that you can control, which is building that trust with them initially. Um, showing all you got to continue. You got to consistently do that with other customers as well, so that you can have great feedback. So something I have, and I don't know, Dom, do you have a reference page as well, a feedback
I do.
page?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we have right now is a reference page and the link in our bio. So basically, go to this reference page. You can see all of the good feedback that we've done with other customers. All right. So another thing I would do is if I mine, I would do GUA, or if I were to gift a payment to someone that's reliable or looks reliable, I would go through their reference page and I would personally DM like 5 to 10 people that did business with that person, so that I know that my money is safe too. But most of the time I do GUA. So GUA is gift upon arrival. Basically what we do is like they send us a list of what like the seller sends us a list of what they have. And then we discuss the price. After we discuss the price, they send us out the products. We legit check all the products, then we send them out the money. So since we have bigger platforms, a lot of these people are going to want to um, do that with us, like the GUA style form of selling to us as well. So if you guys got any shoes to sell, definitely hit us up on Instagram and we will buy your shoes. But
For
most of
sure.
the time, that's what we do. So yeah, man, definitely. So if you want to add to that as well, we might have to wrap things up in like the next few minutes.
That's
because
perfect.
this was already a good already a good broadcast. So um, I'm definitely excited for the next one.
For
Read
sure.
that.
I'm glad my internet got sorted out a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
No. That's good. Yeah. Your internet sounds way better now, bro.
it really does. I don't have that much to add to that actually. Just be safe buying online. I mean, here's what I have to add. You, if you're watching this and like you're ever questioning like who you should be buying off, I just think the people that put their face behind the brand, right? The
Yeah.
people who aren't
That's
like
good.
anonymous, it's just
That's
like,
good.
yeah, I just feel so much more secure with someone who's like really willing to put themselves out there. Like you know, for us specifically, you know who we are. There's tons
Yeah.
of content of us on the internet talking about what we stand for. So like, and what we
1000%.
do and our whole process. So like, I would extend that out to the entire community. And that's not to say that there's not some really good resellers who provide really good customer service who don't put their face out there, because I know that there are. But by and
Yeah.
large, like I just tend to feel a lot safer buying off like other people who do content like we do. Because I gift payments sometimes, and obviously, like you said, the majority of the deals I pay for when they arrive. But
Hmm.
yeah, I just think there's something different about the people that want to put themselves out there and are willing to put their name and face behind their brand.
Yeah. Yeah. I tell people all the time. I'm like, you know, just recently actually, someone was like, "Hey, man, do you think you could send me a video of you saying Jordan ones?" And I was like, I sent him a video. I'm like, bro, I'm not here to get over you, right? And I sent him the video of me saying Jordan ones, and he was like, all right, bet, bro. Like, I know you're legit. Let's do business. And I'm like, you know, something that everyone got to understand is you see us on all platforms. You see me on TikTok, you see me on YouTube, you see me on Facebook, Instagram, right? And you know my name, right? So I can't hide, you know.
Right.
So yeah, that's a great point of what you said, like putting your face behind your brand, putting your face behind um what your business, right? It makes you more reliable. It makes people trust you more. So, sometimes when these people will like be like, "Are you legit?" Like, yeah, man, I'm a legit. So what I would do is I'd FaceTime them or I'd video chat them, be like, "Oh, dude, it's you. It's actually you." I'm like, "Yeah, bro, it's
Yeah,
me. I'm the same dude that you see on all these other social media platforms."
that's true.
Yeah, 1000%, man. Again, guys, if you have any questions in the chat, let us know. We'll be on for like the next 2 to 3 minutes. So if anyone in the chat has questions for us, please let us know. All right. I'm looking at the chat right now. There's like no one else asking
Hmm.
for a question, asking questions, but I know a lot of people were listening to this, so that's good.
How
Uh,
many people were on?
there's three right now, but at a point we're at like 10. We're at like
That's
10
cool.
plus, which is really good. Yeah. I like again, Dom. I like this. I like the streaming platform. I like streaming on YouTube. It's really dope. I love engaging with the audience.
For
So
sure. I think it's a cool thing to experiment with.
yeah, man. So again, this again, anyone watching right now, I'm gonna consistently get on the stream, consistently post on YouTube. Uh, and the thing too, Dom, is like if you hop on here on a stream, that's all content. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can literally after this whole broadcast is done, then it's literally just gonna post on YouTube. So
Right.
um, it's definitely a dope platform to experiment on, bro.
Definitely. I'll mess with it too, for sure.
So yeah, next time I'm here, I gotta experiment on the screen share. Look, at least I know how to bring people in now. This is like the first time I'm actually doing this, which is
Yeah.
really good.
Just
Hey, do you like the
that.
little banners too?
Yeah.
You like that? Yeah,
I
that's
think
dope.
so.
So so yeah, man. I don't think we have any other questions in the chat. So Dom, thank you so much for coming on here on the YouTube live stream, and we'll be on again very very soon. Also, if anyone's watching right now, please make sure you guys give us a listen on the Sneaker Reselling 101 podcast. All right, let me go and show them real quick
For
for
sure.
anyone that doesn't know. Um, so we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Music or Apple Podcast, and I don't know if you have to have like a Spotify account for us to. I don't know because I think you have to
Uh-huh.
have a premium Spotify account for them to listen to us. But
Uh-huh.
here, I'm gonna show them. Everyone has Apple Podcasts. If you have an Apple iPhone, you can listen to us on there, or you could simply just search us up on the Sneaker Reselling 101 podcast in Google, and it'll take you straight there as well. So let me go and take you to Apple Podcast real quick. Sneaker Reselling 101.
Yeah, if you want to listen to it, you can find it. It's on Google Podcasts as well and Apple Podcasts, which are both 100% free. I know a lot of people have Spotify. It's on Spotify, so
Yeah,
yeah,
perfect. So that's right there.
fine.
Check it out. Make sure you guys go listen to this right now. We have 3 episodes up right now, and we have 2 ratings. So make sure you guys go listen to it.
Oh,
We have a 5-star rating.
hell yeah.
So that's dope. Yeah, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next episode.
Sir, thank you all.
Yes, sir. Don't sleep. We got the heat. Love y'all, man. Peace.